This project is brought to you by the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. एकदा त्यांच्यासाठी सुद्धा जोरदार टाळ्या.
भारतस्य संगीत विश्वानुबंध यात्रा ये एक इंसाइक्लोपीडिया जैसा एक बुक है, सिर्फ किताब नहीं है, ये एक जीवन की यात्रा है.
गुड इव्हनिंग अँड ग्रीटिंग्स टू ऑल. सर्वांना नमस्कार. सर्वप्रथम मी सांगू इच्छितो हा सोहळा इंग्लिश आणि मराठी या दोन्ही भाषांमध्ये होईल. फर्स्टली आय वुड लाईक टू वेलकम पंडित श्री अरुण द्रविड सर अँड पंडित श्री रोणू मुजुमदार सर. एकदा त्यांच्यासाठी जोरदार टाळ्या होऊन जाऊ दे. भारतस्य संगीत विश्वानुबंध यात्रा is an attempt to trace the journey of Indian classical music and instruments in interrelationship with world music cultures. And this is the only book that is tracing India's cultural pride. This project is taken up by Mumbai Tarun Bharat, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, Sanskruti Samvardhan and Sanshothan Pratishthan, Ashok Dara Anade Archives, and Policy Advocacy Research Center, along with Indian Council of Cultural Relations, Government of India. Now I request Shri Sushrut Chitale sir to felicitate Arun Dravid sir. Thank you, Sushrut sir. Now I request Kiran sir to felicitate Pandit Ronu Mujumdar sir. Indian music is not just an experience, it's a different realm altogether. It's not just for entertainment, it's beyond that. We have tried to explore this through our book, Bharatasya Sangeet Vishwanubandh Yatra. I request Kiran sir to please explain the role of Mumbai Tarun Bharat behind taking up this project.
नमस्कार आणि आपल्या सगळ्यांचं स्वागत. उमंगनी माझं काम थोडं हलकं केलं आहे मराठीत बोलायची परवानगी दिल्यामुळे. भारतस्य संगीत विश्वानुबंध यात्रा असं भक्कम मोठं नाव असलेला प्रोजेक्ट तुम्ही का करताय असा प्रश्न जेव्हा मला ज्यांनी संकल्पना सुरुवातीला ऐकली, जेव्हा विचारलं, तेव्हा लक्षात आलं की भारताची जी ताकद आहे, आपण सगळे म्हणत असतो की किंवा राजकीय व्यासपीठावरून आत्ता सांगितलं जातं की भारताचा अमृतकाळ सुरू झालेला आहे. भारत का अमृतकाल शुरू हुआ है. तो जब भारत का अमृतकाल शुरू हुआ है और भारत पूरी दुनिया से अलग अलग तरीक़ों से जोड़ा जा रहा है, तब जुड़ने की भारत की ताकद क्या है. भारताची उरलेल्या उर्वरित विश्वाला जोडलं जाण्याची ताकद काय आहे. तर ती सामरिक आहे का, ती लष्करी आहे का, ती आर्थिक आहे का, ती मोनोपोलायझेशनची आहे का, ती आपल्या वस्तू इतरांना जबरदस्तीने विकण्याची किंवा विकत घेण्याला लावण्याची आहे का. तर या सगळ्या प्रश्नाची उत्तरं नाही अशी येतात. त्याचं उत्तर येतं भारताची ताकद उरलेल्या जगाशी जोडलं जाण्याची. ती सांस्कृतिक आहे, ती कलेच्या माध्यमातून आहे, ती संस्कृतीच्या माध्यमातून आहे, ती वाद्यांच्या माध्यमातून आहे, ती संगीताच्या माध्यमातून आहे, ती मूर्तिकलेच्या माध्यमातून आहे असे कितीतरी ऋणानुबंध उरलेल्या जगाशी आपण शोधायचा प्रयत्न केला तर आपल्याला खूप काही सापडतं आणि ते खूप काही इतकं सांगण्यासारखं असतं की त्यातला कुठेतरी एक धागा पकडून, त्यातला फक्त एक छोटा धागा पकडून आपण या एवढ्या मोठ्या ग्रंथाची निर्मिती करू शकलो. माझ्याबरोबर इथे व्यासपीठावर विक्रम शंकरनारायणन आहेत, पॉलिसी ॲडव्होकसी रिसर्च सेंटरचे एक्झिक्युटिव्ह डायरेक्टर. पार्क ही रिसर्चच्या स्पेसमध्ये काम करणारी संस्था आहे, त्यामुळे या सगळ्या कामाचा जो रिसर्च आहे तो पॉलिसी ॲडव्होकसी रिसर्च सेंटरच्या माध्यमातून केला गेला. पंडित अरुण मुजमदार असतील किंवा पंडित अरुण द्रविड सर असतील, मी त्यांचा परिचय देणे इतका मी लहान आहे, ते खूप मोठे आहेत. अन्य माझे सहकारी सुश्रुत चितळे सर आहेत. भारतीय विचारदर्शन जी मुंबई तरुण भारत चालवणारी मातृसंस्था आहे तिचे ते अध्यक्ष आहेत, व्यवसायाने CA आहेत, मूळचे पार्लेकर आहेत. पौरस सरमळकर ज्यांनी अत्यंत कष्टपूर्वक या सगळ्या हा प्रकल्प साकारण्यासाठी प्रयत्न केले, मेहनत घेतली. आणि उमंग काळे आहे माझं सहकारी, जो आमचे सगळे असे आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, आउट ऑफ द वे जाऊन डिझाईन केलेले प्रोजेक्ट एक्झिक्यूट करत असतो. या दोघांनी खूप कष्ट घेतले, त्यामुळे आज आपण या कार्यक्रमापर्यंत पोहोचू शकलो. सगळ्यात मोठं चॅलेंज जे होतं ते एडिटिंगचं होतं आणि त्यामध्ये डॉक्टर कलाचार्य इथे पहिल्या रांगेत बसले आहेत, त्यांच्यासाठी जोरदार टाळ्या झाल्या पाहिजे. कारण की इतक्या मोठ्या लोकांनी लिहिणं आणि नंतर त्याचं संपादन करणं हे शिवधनुष्य पेलण्या इतकं अवघड काम होतं. ते सगळं या टीमने केलं. बाकी माझे मुंबई तरुण भारतमधले सहकारी आहेत. याच्यानंतर जो कार्यक्रम आपण साजरा करणार आहोत, काही लोक अजून येत आहेत. कार्यक्रम वेळेवर सुरू करणे ही मुंबई तरुण भारतची पद्धत आहे, शिस्त आहे, त्यामुळे आपण हा कार्यक्रम सुरू करतो आहे. आपल्या सगळ्यांचं पुन्हा एकदा धन्यवाद की आपण सगळे इथे आलात आणि या कार्यक्रमासाठी वेळ काढलात.
धन्यवाद किरण सर. आता श्री विक्रम शंकर नारायणन, एक्झिक्युटिव्ह डायरेक्टर, पॉलिसी ॲडव्होकसी रिसर्च सेंटर, विल एक्सप्लेन द रोल ऑफ पार्क बिहाइंड टेकिंग अप दिस प्रोजेक्ट.
Good evening to one and all. At the outset, I would like to thank everyone for having made the time to come over here to this event, which means a lot to us because we understand all the hard work that's been invested into it, all the efforts that my colleagues have taken up, especially Paris, in curating this all, putting it all together, documenting it. More importantly, for those who cannot be here with us and also the unsung heroes who've helped this project, bear fruit. A lot of people have been involved in this exercise. At Policy Advocacy Research Center, this wasn't really our forte at that point in time. Most importantly, I would say the efforts would single-handedly be awarded to Paris in this regard. And I think for most of us who are usually dealing with the mundane social sciences and, political development, economics-related topics, and, working on development of matters in other parts of the country and dealing with the government and parliamentary affairs, etc., this was a welcome change for us. In India, there is one element that has been reflected upon in this project, that's soft power. And it's, we often tend to link ourselves with the world. Like, we have a colonial overhang where suddenly, in all parts of the country, they speak about Mozart, they speak about Beethoven, and then, you've got, the waltzes, etc. We also speak about Western pop, etc. But most often we ourselves don't celebrate our own arts, and we don't realize how we can use this as a tool of engagement internationally as well. Currently in India, we're reaching out to the world. We're reaching out to the world through trade. We're reaching out to the world through diplomacy. We're reaching out through, support matters, military affairs, defense, etc. But I really believe the arts draw very strong linkages. And most often, I think this has also been reflected upon in this project. Quite frankly, Park was a platform which was offered to Paris to undertake this, and it was an opportunity to bring together all these eminent musicians who are part of this project, and I look forward to seeing how this is going to evolve further. I've had dialogues with a few stakeholders who have also assisted him, and I can see multiple dimensions develop. Again, thank you all so much for coming here, and I'd like to also thank my sister concern, Mumbai Tarun Bharat, for having given us this opportunity to undertake this most strongly. I wish you all a good evening, and I hope you enjoy the program ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikram sir. Amongst the audience, we have Dr. Shruti Johri. Dr. Shruti Johri has written an article in our book, so I'd like you all to please give a round of applause for her. Shruti ma'am, please. Thank you. Now the time has come. We will be unveiling India's soft power to the world once again. Bharatasya Sangeet Vishwanubandh Yatra. I request everybody on the stage, and I request the chief guest, Pandit Arun Dravid ji and Pandit Ronu Majumdar ji, to unveil the book. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Now I request Dr. Kala Acharya, former director of Somaya Bharati Sanskriti Peetham, to share her experience in editing this book.
Pandit Ronu Majumdar, Pandit Arunji Dravid, and venerable dignitaries on the dais and in the audience. I consider myself fortunate to be here on the occasion of the book release function of Bharatasya Sangeet Vishwanubandh Yatra. In ancient India, we all know that in ancient India there is a reference of 64 kalas in Vatsyayana's Kama Sutra. And amongst them, Sangeeta is seminal. We have chosen Sangeeta as a theme of this compendious work, as it is the foremost kala, the most ancient one, strong in sustainability, and always growing and also expanding. On the spiritual level, Sangeeta can render experience of the divine bliss, Brahmananda. And on the mundane level, it makes man forget the trivialities of day-to-day life. It gives direct and immediate experience of joy. To speak about my experience of editing the treatise, I should say that it was a joy to edit it for several reasons. The very first reason is that when we take into consideration the several shastras, such as Rasayan Shastra or Sthapatya Shastra or Krishi Vijnana Shastra, etc., all of them are profound in their content. But when it comes to the outcome of these shastras, what happened? In all other shastras, the creator and his creation, they remain separate. For example, if a sculptor is preparing some temple or a piece of art, very beautiful it may be, it must be giving the joy to the spectator. But the kalakara and the kalakruti both remain separate. Whereas in music, the Sangeet, one who presents, that artist, maybe it is vocal presentation or instrumental. What happens that both of them merge into each other. Whenever there is a presentation, the music, the Sangeet comes from within the artist. It is there, avyakta within him. It gets vyakta, it gets manifested, and again, when the program is over, that music enters into that artist. It is within him. The dancer, he or she dances. Where does the dance go after the performance? It enters into that artist. And whenever there is a new performance, it again gets vyakta, manifested from within, and at the end of performance, again it becomes avyakta, it merges into the artist. And this is the difference between other shastras, other forms of art and Sangeeta, and that's why Sangeeta is very important. The second reason I realized that music is the treasure of bliss. Any song, maybe that it is connoting the feeling of sadness, or it may be connoting the feeling of sentiment of happiness. Both of them, they give joy to the one who listens it. What does this mean? It means that Sangeeta has got the nature of Brahman, which is Ananda, and from that Brahman, the living beings are born, they live into it, they move unto it, and at the end, they merge into it. That is Brahmananda. In Brahmananda, they merge. Anandat eva hi khalu imani bhutani jayante, anandena jatani jivanti, anandam prayanti abhisamvishanti, tad vijidnasasva, tad brahma, raso vai saha. Music is rasa, ananda, brahmananda, and that's why I enjoyed this editing this work, because Sangeeta itself is nectar, amruta, amongst all the kalas. The third reason is that I realize that the kalakara, the creator, and the music, his own creation, it is his own creation. Whenever there is some raga, a kalakara, the artist is presenting, he contributes something to it. His contribution to a particular raga is his creation, his own creation. He is like Ishvara, the creator at that moment. And as has been said in Agni Purana, apare khuru sansare kavireka prajapatihi yathasmai rochate vishwam tathedam parivartate. Whatever that kavi, the wise person, the seer, whatever he wants to create and the way he wants to create, he does it. So he is like the creator, like Brahma. And the one who performs, that kalakara is also on par with Brahma. It has been quoted in the text at several, in different texts at several places. Hence, this is the reason that music is always alive. It is never saturated. The last reason is that we all know that when the singer, when he sings, at a particular moment, he enters a trance. And at that moment, he neither sings to please his audience, nor for his joy. He is completely immersed in Brahmananda, and that makes his performance divine. As much as he enters the trance, the Rasikas also enter into trance and share the same Ananda that the artist is enjoying. This is the union of Jiva with Shiva. And coming to mundane level, I should say that the artist always does the riyaz. Till, however senior the artist may be, till his last breath or her last breath, regularly he performs riyaz. And I want to say that this riyaz should not be confined to music only. A student because a person is a student throughout his life, we say, but does the person of any branch, from any branch of knowledge, does he do the riyaz swadhyaya every day till his last breath? The Upanishad says, swadhyayat ma pramadaha. So this is the riyaz is the swadhyaya, and that everyone has to perform. And if he does it with shraddha, if anybody studies any subject, any shastra with shraddha, then as been said in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, tasya ete kathitaha arthaha prakashante mahatmanaha. To that person are revealed the secrets that the seers have, the secrets that the tradition has. And that is why we all also learn this thing from the musicians. And one thing only, one sentence, when Umang Kare says that in Marathi also somebody can speak, but then I would like to, then idea came to my mind that why shouldn't I speak one sentence in Sanskrit? It has been said in the Vedas, Yatra Vishwam Bhavati Ekanidam, where the entire Vishwa, the entire universe become like a little nest. And where does it become like a nest? To me, Sangite. Sangite Akhilam Vishwam Ekanidam Bhavati. Ataha Bharatasya Sangeet Vishwanubandh Yatra iti esaha granthaha mahatvapurnaha asti. That Tarun Bharat has given me this opportunity. I thank Kiranji Shelar from the bottom of my heart, and thank you once again. Viramami Asmat Sahasa.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kalacharya. You beautifully explained the experience behind editing this project. This project is brought to you by the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. एकदा त्यांच्यासाठी सुद्धा जोरदार टाळ्या. स्पॉन्सर्सना वाईट वाटतं, टाळ्या वाजवल्या पाहिजेत, जोरजोरात वाजवल्या पाहिजेत. त्यानंतर मला हेही सांगायचं आहे की या बुकमध्ये, दिस बुक इज an anthology of 13 insightful articles written by various authors, and also a collection of interviews. We have taken 27 interviews of Indian artists who play foreign instruments, foreign artists who play Indian instruments. One of the artists is present here, M.S. Lavanya ji. M.S. Lavanya ji is a saxophonist, and she plays the Carnatic music on the saxophone. Now I would request Pandit Ronu Majumdar to please guide the audience.
नमस्कार, आप सभी को बहुत बहुत स्वागत. भारतस्य संगीत विश्वानुबंध यात्रा एक ऐसी किताब है जो एक अंतर यात्रा मैं कह सकता हूँ, अंतर मन की यात्रा. मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई. एक तरफ मेरा दोस्त फिल स्कार्फ ने बहुत सुंदर किताब में लिखा है, मेरे साथ बहुत बजाया. एक तरफ वो सैक्सोफोन बजा रहा है, बीइंग ए वाइट गाय, एंड एक तरफ लावण्या जी बजा रही हैं. तो ये कितनी बड़ी बात है कि आप सोचिए, हम लोग तो, मैं बांसुरी बजाता हूँ तो क्योंकि उसमें की नहीं है तो ग्लाइड मींड लेना, गमकज लेना इट्स वेरी इजी. जब हम इंग्लिश फ्लूट बजाते हैं तो उसमें एक नोट से दूसरे नोट जाना बहुत कठिन कार्य है. तो उसमें मैं इनके गुरु के साथ बहुत बजाया, इनके साथ भी बजाया. I played with her also. Kadri Gopalnath sir, I played 30 years with me. Unfortunately, he left to the heavenly abode. So, this book will connect definitely with to us, I mean to all of us, with the true musicianship. Why I'm saying not only musicianship, because music doesn't have any particular language that can bring barrier to our mind. भाई आप तमिल बोलेंगे, मैं हिंदी बोलूँगा, तुम्हें मराठी बोलना, there is a barrier. But the सुरों का तो कोई भाषा नहीं है, प्रेम के सिवा कुछ नहीं है. मैंने उसमें एक लाइन लिखा है, जब तक मन में ना हो प्रीत, जीवन एक अधूरा गीत. तो जब मुझे उमंग जी ने वो बुक भेजा तो मैं पढ़ रहा था, मुझे बहुत बहुत खुशी हुई. मेरे बहुत सारे दोस्तों ने बहुत अच्छी बात लिखी. फिल स्कार्फ न्यूयॉर्क में रहता है, इंडियन म्यूजिक सीखता है, बजाता है जितना उसको हो सकता है इस जन्म में. तो एक जन्म का नहीं है, इन्होंने पिछले जन्म से बजा रहे हैं, तो इसीलिए इतना अच्छा बजाती हैं. She's fabulous artist, I tell you. So, भारतस्य संगीत विश्वानुबंध यात्रा, ये एक इंसाइक्लोपीडिया जैसा एक बुक है. सिर्फ किताब नहीं है, ये एक जीवन की यात्रा है. और इस यात्रा के लिए मैं भारत के सांस्कृतिक मंत्रालय और तरुण भारत और हमारी पूरी टीम को बधाई, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन देता हूं कि कम से कम अटेम्प्ट तो किया, कोई तो आगे आए. बहुत अच्छा लगा. हमारे एक चीज में लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, I just want to share because I have experienced it in my 45 years of my journey, because I was playing from my childhood, I mean tender age. So there are a lot of non-Indian musicians who play Indian music on the Indian instrument. They have certain kind of inferiority complex that we will never be accepted in the Indian music because we are not Indian. We are white guys, or we are black, or we are this, but we are not Indian. हम भारतीय नहीं है तो हमें एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं मिलेगा, स्वीकारोक्ति नहीं मिलेगी. तो आपने बहुत सुंदर काम किया कि उनका भी इंटरव्यूज इसमें लिया है. तो उनको अच्छा लगता है कि भारत से एक बुक लॉन्च हो रहा है, हमें थोड़ी जगह दिया. केन जुकरमन है, फिल स्कार्फ है, जॉर्ज ब्रुक्स है, ये लोग कुछ करना चाहते हैं बेचारे, क्योंकि वो not only they love Indian music, they love the whole Indian culture. Once in a very jokingly, I used to play with Larry Coryell on the stage in New York Blue Note Jazz Club. I said, George knows Indian culture a little bit more than the Indians. I mean, that was hilarious. लोग हंसने लगे और मैंने थोड़ा मस्ती किया जॉर्ज के साथ कि इतना ही वो हिमालयज में गया और इंडियन स्पिरिचुअलिटी को पहले वो समझा कि हम क्यों सा में जाके अनंत ईश्वर को देखते हैं और सा से सात सुरों को हम लोग साधना करते हैं. सा में सातों सुरों का सतरंगी समाया हुआ जो है, वो जिसका सा सिद्ध हो गया उसका सब सिद्ध हो गया. सा में ही तो सब है. तो ये कंसेप्ट वेस्टर्न म्यूजिक में नहीं है. Another thing is the time conception behind the formation of the raga is one of the most unique thing about Indian music. So the time conception ये किसी म्यूजिक में नहीं है. अभी भैरव सुबह बजाएंगे, कल्याण शाम को बजाएंगे, सुबह ललित बजाएंगे तो शाम को मालकोंस बजाएंगे या फिर बिहाग बजाएंगे. तो ये इस चीज़ का बहुत स्टडी वो लोग करते हैं. मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई और कि मुझे आज आमंत्रित किया गया. और आप सब इस बुक को पढ़िए और अंतर यात्रा जैसे मैंने कहा उसका अनुभव करिए. नमस्कार.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद पंडित रोनू जी. A little bit about Ronu ji. Pandit Ronu Majumdar is an Indian flautist in the Indian classical music tradition. In 1981, he won the first prize in All India Radio competition as well as the President's Gold Medal. He has collaborated with Pandit Ravi Shankar ji on albums like Passages and Chants of India. He has also won Aditya Vikram Birla Award in 1999, Sahara India Parivar Award, Sangeet Natak Academy Award, and so on. A big round of applause for Pandit Ronu Majumdar ji. Now I would request Pandit Arun Dravid sir to please guide us. Pandit Arun Dravid sir is an Indian technical professional. Dr. Arun Dravid, born on 3rd October 1943, is a senior exponent of the Jaipur Atrauli Gharana. By educational qualification, he is a gold medalist from IIT Bombay and a PhD from MIT, USA. He is currently the chairman emeritus of Jacobs Engineering India. He began his early training under the tutelage of Abdul Majid Khan, a disciple of Aladia Khan and the lifetime Sarangani accompanist to Srimati Kesarbai Kerkar, who built a solid foundation on the Gharana's Gaiki in him. He trained under her in 1955 to 1960 and then took a small break from music for academics. He then approached Mogubai Kurdikar, who directed him to her illustrious daughter, Gana Saraswati Kishoritai Amonkar. Thus, he became the first formal disciple of Kishoritai and had a long association with her. He has also received invaluable guidance from Mogubai Kurdikar from time to time, and along with being a singer, he is also an actor. Netflix वरती द डिसायपल नावाची एक सुंदर फिल्म आहे त्यात सर आणि खूप सुंदर रोल सुद्धा केलेला आहे. I request Arun sir to please guide the audience.
Thank you very much for inviting me to be here for this wonderful function. And I give my compliments to Mumbai Tarun Bharat as well as the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, which is a collaborative effort. The rich heritage of Indian classical music has a global appeal. Both instrumental and vocal genres like Dhrupad, Khayal, semi-classical, light, even including the super light film music. Music as an expression of human emotion is universal. It transcends the barriers of geopolitics, religions, language, and culture. For short form, I will use BSVY of the Bharatasya Sangeet Vishwanubandh Yatra. I hate to call it a book. I would rather glorify that by saying it's a treatise. And it is indeed the first step in spreading the legacy of India's musical culture to the rest of the world and integrating the influences of all parts of the world music with Indian music. Apart from that, this book, and I'll talk a little bit about the book for which was assembled here. It's an anthology of the evolution of Indian classical music, particularly instrumental music, and I'm told that soon in the future there will be a similar anthology on vocal music that will come out. But this emphasizes the instrumental music. So it is an anthology dating all the way from prehistoric times to the current age. And this is created by a large number of very eminent musicologists and also performing musicians. Therefore, I would say, in terms of the value of such a reference treatise, I would in fact rank this tremendous work along with the ancient Indian treatises such as Sangeeta Ratnakar uh, of Sharangadev and Natya Shastra of Bharata Muni of the ancient times, but also not diminishing the value of equally important treatise which has now become a standard reference grantha, which was created by Pandit V. N. Bhatkhande. So that is what I felt when I have obviously not read it, but I glanced through it, and the amount of research and information that has been collected and the interactive exchange of thoughts between India and leaders of world music that has been distilled in producing this volume is indeed extremely impressive. This is why I compare this with all these ancient treatises. The other important part of this treatise is that it has many eminent musicians and musicologists in India and also from outside of India. So there are interviews of all these. I think you mentioned 22 interviews. But it's quite a task, and I have to give my compliments to this galaxy of people who have contributed their time, energy, and effort over the last 2 years in creating this project and bringing it to such successful conclusion, which involved so much interaction between the world leaders of music and our own leaders of music. This treatise is now so important that I am quite sure that it will find a place in all the libraries of the country and also of the world, not just general libraries, but music colleges, music schools, and the libraries, because it has this tremendous reference book value. I'm very happy that the team that has made this possible is all present here on the stage, and I give my hearty congratulations to each and every member of this team that has made this possible, including Dr. Kala Acharya. A tremendous work. And I'm hopeful that a similar volume will come in the future of equal value and an equal reference status in near future, or not so near, but in good future time. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all coming here. Namaste.
धन्यवाद पंडित अरुण द्रविड़ जी. धन्यवाद. This book, or as sir has said, this treatise, it's not just a treatise, it's a multimedia treatise. It has QR codes engraved in it, which will lead you to the interviews on YouTube. You can watch them on YouTube. This is brought to you by the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. And I now request Pauras to share his curation experience with the esteemed audience.
So, good evening, everyone. I actually feel so awkward talking in front of such stalwart artists, and I thank you all first for attending this event. This is a very special event for me because this is my maybe the first project or first music project which is on such a great scale what I'm dealing with. And I also thank Kiran sir and Vikram sir for bestowing this opportunity, this golden opportunity. So just to tell you about this project, where it started. So I'll just tell you about myself a little bit, what I do and how this project started. So basically, this is not my profession at all, or maybe I am not as such into music, like I'm not a musicologist, not a researcher, But this was just my hobby and passion which got me here. So as a professional, I am a dentist by profession. I graduated from Nair Hospital, and this project started 2 years ago, and it took almost 2 to 2.5 years to complete this project. And it was really a roller coaster for me, because I had to complete my OPD in hospital. Then I used to go to my workplace, which is in Dadar, and then have word with so many authors. And this is really a teamwork, and I appreciate all the authors and especially I'd like to thank Dr. Shruti Johar ji. So she was the first author. She was very enthusiastic about the project, and she was the first author to give us the project, give us the article. And I always have appreciated her efforts for this project. And yeah, so finally after two or 2.5 years, this project is ready with I must not call it a book now. Pandit Tarun Dravidji has already mentioned this is a treatise, this is an anthology. So yeah, and I thank you everyone, all my team members, my colleagues who are present over here, my family, who always appreciate me. So thank you so much. Now I give this podium to Umang and just tell us about his experience, how his curating experience was. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pauras. It was wonderful to interview all the 27 artists. I got to learn a lot. फॉरेन आर्टिस्टकडनं हे जाणून घेणं की ते गुरुशिष्य परंपरेत शिकले, हेच खूप मोठी गोष्ट होती माझ्यासाठी एक भारतीय म्हणून, की एक आपली ट्रेडिशन ती लोक पुढे घेऊन जात आहेत आणि आज ते सुद्धा प्रपोगेट करत आहेत. इज अ रिअली बिग थिंग. नाव आय वुड गो ऑन विथ द वोट ऑफ थँक्स. Firstly, I would like to thank our chief guests of the day, Pandit Arun Dravid ji and Pandit Ronu Mujumdar ji, that they took out time and came here for the event. I would like to thank Kiran sir for bestowing me this opportunity. Thank you so much. I would like to thank Vikram sir. I would like to thank Pauras. He's been a support in all this journey. I would like Mr. Aniket Vishwasrao to please stand up. Please come in the front. Aniket Vishwasrao. He's the layout artist of the book. माझ्या शेजारी बसून माझी बडबड ऐकत 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 त्यांनी ते पुस्तक सगळं लावलेलं आहे. A big round of applause for him. Then we also have on camera Yogesh Kumbhar. He has been recording all the interviews and without की काय शास्त्रीय संगीत काय ऐकता तुम्ही असं काहीही न करता खूप छान साथ मला सगळ्यांनी दिली. इट्स रिअली नाईस. आय वुड लाईक टू थँक जितू सोनावणे सर, गौरी पडब मॅडम, उमेश रॉय चौधरी सर, रचना पाटील मॅम, सूर्यकांत पिळणकर सर, the editorial team, the office assistants, the park team, camera team, the event team, Dharmaraj and Tanmay. साक्षात आहे इथे, साक्षी आहे, सूरज आहे, all the cameramen around. Thank you, and all the 27 artists that gave me the interview. And भारतीय शास्त्रीय संगीत कसं जगभर पसरलंय याचा उलगडा मला करून दिल्याबद्दल त्या सगळ्यांचेही खूप खूप धन्यवाद. थँक यू ऑल. This multimedia treatise brought to you by the Ministry of Culture, Government of India is available today on a special discount. We have a stall outside. Please, you can take the book and enjoy it, as sir said, as a treatise. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad. सगळ्यांचं पुन्हा एकदा स्वागत आहे. आता आपण एका म्युझिकल जर्नीवर जाणार आहोत इन द म्युझिकल इव्हनिंग. टुडे वी हॅव विथ अस निनाद अधिकारी ऑन संतूर, मेघा राऊत ऑन सितार, हर्षित शंकर ऑन फ्लूट अँड अक्षय जाधव ऑन तबला. एकदा त्यांच्यासाठी जोरदार टाळ्या. आपण त्यांचं स्वागत करूया. मी किरण सरांना विनंती करतो की त्यांनी निनाद अधिकारी यांचं स्वागत करावं. थँक्यू किरण सर. मी डॉक्टर पौरस यांना विनंती करतो की त्यांनी मेघा राऊत यांचं स्वागत करावं. मी विक्रम सरांना विनंती करतो की त्यांनी हर्षित शंकर यांचं स्वागत करावं. मी पुन्हा एकदा पौरसला विनंती करतो की त्यांनी अक्षय जाधव यांचं स्वागत करावं. एकदा त्यांच्यासाठी जोरदार टाळ्या होऊन जाऊ दे. आणि या सगळ्या आर्टिस्टना एकत्र आणणारा एक माणूस म्हणजे श्री गौरांग नुलकर इकडे बसलेत. आपण त्यांचं सगळ्यांचं स्वागत करूया. तर आय हँड ओव्हर द स्टेज टू मेघाजी.
आप सबको मेरा नमस्कार. आज हम लोग आपके सामने कुछ नया प्रस्तुत करने जा रहे हैं. शुरुआत करेंगे मेरी एक कॉम्पोजिशन से जो मैंने लॉकडाउन में बनाई थी. इसका नाम है मूनलाइट and this is based on Raga Hansadhwani, very much inspired by my guru Pandit Purbayan Chatterjee ji. His composition Waterbird that inspired me to make Moonlight. So we'll start from that. I request, can the lights go down a little bit because it's too much bright on the face. With me, Ninad Adhikari is on santoor. Harshit Shankar, very talented flute player. And then Akshay Jadhav ji, he has played with so many renowned artists and traveled all across the world and country. And we are playing together for the first time. We have rehearsed something new for all of you. I hope you all will love it. Thank you so much. that was Moonlight. This is my first composition ever I created. Um, and this is the first time I'm performing this on stage, actually. I never performed it. It's there on YouTube. I recorded. But this is the first time I performed it with lovely artists along with me. Thank you. The next composition, it's a twist for all of you. I will not reveal the name. I think we all will play together and you all have to guess. And maybe if you want to join, you can join by singing or clapping, whatever. Just enjoy the music.
Multi-talented.
By the time they are he's tuning his instrument, I would like to introduce everybody's guru's name. I already told my guru's name. I'm learning from Pandit Purbayan Chatterjee ji. Ninad is learning from his mother, Vidushri Shuddhi Adhikari ji. She is from Bhopal, and he's from Bhopal and came to Mumbai just for this concert on my request. So sweet of him. Also, Harshit Shankar on flute. He's learning from Pandit Rakesh Chaurasia ji and Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji. And Akshay Jadhav ji, multi-talented, multi-percussion player. He has learned from Pandit Suresh Talwalkar ji. Also, I didn't know that. I only knew that his mom has learned from Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma ji, but he has also learned from late Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma ji. a small something for you. This is called Minuet in major G, but we have played it from major D. So we call it Minuet in major D. The next song, it's not a song, now we will perform a classical raga for you. King of ragas actually, Rag Yaman in Teen Tal.
King of Raga and King of Tal. King of पर इसके लिए मन को ट्यून करना जरूरी है.
I will try to sing it for you. मैं वारी वारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यारी, मैं वारी वारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यारी, कब आओगे मोरे मंदिरवा, कब आओगे मोरे मंदिरवा, कब आओगे मोरे मंदिर, मैं वारी वारी जाऊंगी प्रीतम प्यारी, मैं वारी वारी जाऊंगी. Little bit high for me, but आप लोग खड़े होके जा तो नहीं रहे ना? एक और पीस, लास्ट पीस बचा है, दैट्स अ डिज़र्ट. ये तो मेन कोर्स था.
डेजर्ट बाकी.
हाँ. तो we will perform a folk tune coming from the east. बंगाली फोक ट्यून है, हम लोग इसको भटियाली बोलते हैं. मैंने अपने गुरुजी से सीखा है और हम लोग सब ने इसको थोड़ा बहुत कोशिश किया है कि कुछ वहाँ तक पहुँच पाए. भटियाली फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू.
शाम में मिठास भरने के लिए आप सभी का बहुत 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 धन्यवाद. A big round of applause for all the artists. This was brought to you by Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Thank you so much, all the artists on stage, Ninaji, Meghaji, Akshayji, and Harshitji.